Hello, Blizzard community. I want to take a few minutes to talk to all of you about Hearthstone's Grandmasters tournament this past weekend. On
Do
Monday,
you mean like you know, basically making it so that people can't delete their accounts? Wait, hang on, sorry.
on Monday, we made the decision to take action against a player named Blitzchung and two shoutcasters after the player shared his views on what's happening in Hong Kong on our official broadcast channel. And you know what? If I'm 100% honest here, I would be perfectly fine. I'm pretty sure most of the community would be perfectly fine. Like, let's say he got a slap on the wrist because he said political views. And that Blizzard would do the same thing to anyone else who said political views on the goddamn stream. Like on the professional stream. I would 100% understand that, regardless of the political views. But the problem is, they didn't give him a slap on the wrist. They fucking gave him a knock. They pretty much one-punched him out of existence.
One Punch Man.
They didn't give him a simple slap on the wrist for breaking a rule. Like, yes, I will be honest here, he did, technically speaking, break a rule. But he didn't break a rule to the extent where he deserves to have all of his earnings taken away from him, as well as the loss of his pro play ability. That's just way too far. At Blizzard, our vision is to bring the world together through epic entertainment. For you know what? You've really brought the world together this time round. And it's an epic entertainment out of your fall. Ah, boy. And we have core values that apply here. Think globally, lead responsibly, and importantly, every voice matters, encouraging everybody to share their point of view. Well,
What?
I will tell you this. Your reaction to Blitzchung sharing his point of views, it really sounds like that you really don't want him to share those point of views.
It's a double-ended sword, Blizzard. You can't have it both ways.
Like, you can either say that in professional play, you can't give out those political views that could potentially offend someone or potentially harm Blizzard as a corporation. Okay, that's a fine rule to have. But you can't just go back on it and say every voice matters, encouraging everybody to share their point of view. But didn't you punish him due to his point of views? Due to him expressing his point of views, him sharing his point of views, like you say you encourage? I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure that they're being a bit hypocritical here.
Yeah.
The actions we took over the weekend are causing people to question if we are still committed to these values. No flipping shite they are. Like, you haven't given a reason otherwise to why you would punish him in this way, aside from the fact that he said his views about the whole Hong Kong shit. You haven't said any other reason on why you would do this punishment. Come on, Blizzard. Be 100% honest with yourself here. We absolutely are, and I will explain. Oh, please do. Please do. Our esports programs are an expression of our vision and our values. Well, they're good. Think globally, lead responsibly, and every voice matters are your values, right? Well, are a part of your values, right? Esports
Wrong.
Esports exists to create opportunities for players from around the world, from different cultures and from different backgrounds, to come together to compete and share their passion for gaming.
I'd suggest yelling objection every time they contradict themselves, but this, like, half the stream would just be me yelling objection.
And plus, people are asleep on both ends of us. It's kind of just inconvenience. It is extremely important to us to protect these channels and the purpose they serve, to bring the world together through epic entertainment. You've really brought this point up again. Well, I'm going to bring up the same point I used to go against it. You've brought the world together again. Good job, Blizzard. Actually,
We've brought the
Fuck
world
you,
together
Blizzard.
by splitting it apart.
You brought the world together by making a stupid decision that everyone's going after you for. Good job, Blizzard.
And then everyone died.
Do you want a cookie for that one?
Oh, yes, please.
Oh. Celebrate our players and build diverse and inclusive communities. As to how those values apply in this case, first, our official esports tournament broadcast was used as a platform for a winner of this event to share his views with the world. And you said just a paragraph ago that that every voice matters, encouraging everybody to share their point of view. Okay? We all remember this, right? We interview competitors who first, our official esports tournament broadcast was used as a platform for a winner of an event to share his views with the world. Remember, they encouraged to share your views. He shared his views. Over the weekend, Blitzchung used this segment to make a statement about the situation in Hong Kong, in violations of the rules he acknowledged and understood, and this is why we talk action. Now, are you ready to hear another massive contradiction to themselves? Every voice matters, and we strongly encourage everyone in our community to share their viewpoints in the many places available to express themselves. However, I'm sorry, Blizzard. I'm sorry to say this, Blizzard, but you've already said that you strongly encourage everyone in your community to share their viewpoints. The official broadcast needs to be about the tournament, and to be a place where all are welcome. So you want to welcome the Chinese because they're going to give you all that sweet moolah.
Yes.
In support of that, we want to keep the official channels focused on the game. Every voice matters, right? We strongly encourage everyone in our community to share their viewpoints. However,
we don't want them sharing the viewpoints that we don't agree with.
it's essentially what they're saying here. Second, what is the role of the shoutcasters for these broadcasters? We hire shoutcasters to amplify the excitement of the game. They elevate the watchability and help esports viewing experience stay focused on the tournament and our amazing players.
It was obvious that they didn't agree with what the other person was saying.
Like, it is.
They didn't want to be involved in what he was saying.
And you know what? I will state this again. If they simply gave him a slap on the wrist because he broke, I believe he broke a rule, then we'd all be cool. Seriously, I'm pretty sure 90% of the internet would be fine with Blizzard giving the guy a slap on the wrist because he shared political views on a platform he's not meant to. But again, did they give him a slap on the wrist? No. They tried to kill him, essentially. Like,
they took out their whip and started fucking smacking him.
They pretty much gave him a nice big punch. They gave him a knockout punch. Like, I believe that all that was required was, let's say, a slap on the wrist. That he would keep his earnings, but he wouldn't be able to play the next set. He would be able to play, like, let's say, the next matchup. Big competitive thing. Not him losing his earnings, as well as being kicked from competitive play for a year. Like, I would...
What is he supposed to do for the next year?
What about his livelihood? He's screwed now, essentially.
Yeah.
Yes, at this point in time, he has had his earnings given back to him. But again, I just want to make it clear.
Stop it from being taken away in the first place.
I just want to make it clear here. He broke a rule. A simple slap on the wrist was all that was needed. Everyone would have been fine with it. Like, let's say him not being able to participate in the next competitive game season, the next matchup type thing.
You keep saying promos.
I almost go to do that. Like, pretty much the next section of matchups of pro games. Not losing his entire earnings from this year, as well as being kicked from pro play for the next year. That is overkill, and that is why everyone's going after Blizzard. Because that is absolutely unnecessary. Third, were our actions based on the context of this message? No. Your actions were based on the message itself. Part of thinking globally, leading responsibly, and every voice matters is recognizing that we have players and fans in almost every country of the in the world. Our goal is to help players connect areas of commonality like their passion for our games and create a sense of a shared community. The specific views expressed by Blitzchung were not a factor in the decision we made. I want to be clear, our relationship in China had no influence over our decision. Well, if that's the case, then you would have done the exact same punishment to the 3 people who posted Free Hong Kong on your official live stream, in which breaks the same exact rules that Blitzchung did here. And I believe that it would have been, if you really wanted to say that it wasn't due to the views, then you should have done the same thing to the next set of people who've pretty much done this on your stream. Which apparently breaks your rules. We have these rules to keep focus on the game and on the tournament to benefit of a global audience. And that was the only consideration in the actions we took. No, it goddamn wasn't. The fact that you didn't do the same thing to a bunch of Western people when they made a political point of view loud on the stream, which is the exact same one, you didn't take the same actions.
I'm gonna hold you right there. We have Varsky in the call-in.
Oh my goodness. Let's pull him in.
Let's pull him in.
Why, good day, Varsky. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So, you want to join us with a breakdown of this beautiful, wonderful statement that Blizzard put out for us?
I mean, just from reading it myself, I can see that it's a load of bullshit. Ladies of the opposing viewpoint, if they said, they're basically saying, yes, China, best buddy, come give me a hug. You want me to scratch my back? Give me more money. Give me more money. Oh, you want these players gone? They can fuck off.
Yes.
I really like the fact that if this is supposedly their rules, they would have done the same thing to the people in America who decide to make political views public on the stream. That is meant to be professional stream. It's meant to be professional esports streams. What did Blizzard do? Sorry, I didn't quite hear you. Oh, that's right, nothing. They didn't give them any punishment because they're Americans in the Western world. They didn't want to come off bad to the Westerners, despite the fact they've already had. I'm gonna be honest, Blizzard, you would have looked better if you just doubled it down on you censoring political views. Okay? But you not doing that just made you look a whole lot goddamn worse, you fucking retards.
Here's the real question: is this terms of service only being used in China or in the Eastern world? Because if that's the case, then it's very much discrimination based on location.
It really is. Okay, what could have Blizzard done better? And where can we go from here? Here we go, boys. Let's hear Blizzard admit their mistakes. Wait, hold on. They're not gonna do that, are they?
Okay, who the fuck's running Blizzard? Fucking Madeem?
I'm sorry. Paragraph 2 there, we want to ensure that we maintain a safe and inclusive environment.
Over the past few days, many players, casters, esport fans, and employees have expressed concerns about how we determine the penalties.
Guys, I think Madeem's invaded Blizzard.
Okay. Okay, that was...
myself out.
Okay, bye.
Here's the question: did you give credit?
No. determine the penalties. We have had a chance to pause, to listen to our community, and reflect on what could have been done better. In hindsight, our process wasn't adequate, and we reacted too quickly.
What gives you that fucking idea, you dipshits?
I don't know what gives that bright idea. It's not because of the fact that I don't know, tens of thousands of people have cancelled their subscriptions and deleted
And
their
then you
Blizzard
guys have then
accounts.
stopped people from being able to delete them further.
Like Blizzard.
Blizzard.
Isaac, can you understand? You understand that your process wasn't adequate, right? And you reacted way too quickly. Maybe you should have waited a little longer to make sure this statement wasn't contradictory as well, you know? Like, you seem to have reacted too quickly again, even with your hindsight of you already doing so. It seems like that this statement could have been put together a hell of a lot better than what it did. And why? Because you were trying to get this done quickly. You were afraid of losing all this money. But okay, let's continue. We want to ensure that we maintain a safe and inclusive environment for all our players and that our rules and processes are clear. All this in service of another important Blizzard value: play nice, play fair. In the tournament itself, Blitzchung played fair. Good. We now believe he should receive his prizing. Nice. We understand for some this is not about the prize. Wait, hold on. Did they actually understand their community?
Alright, I take back my Medine product.
Did they realize that it wasn't about the prize, it's about the intention?
Hey guys, I want to tell you something real funny real quick. I'm
Not you.
currently reading through the Blizzard competition rules itself. 6.1. Grandmaster players will be held to the highest standards of personal integrity and good sportsmanship. Grandmasters players are bound by player conduct outlined in Section 6, and the rule infractions and penalties outlined in Section 7. In addition to the foregoing, the following conduct will reduce Grandmaster player prize totals by the following amounts. Prize totals cannot be below $0 USD. All prize deductions will be decided in Blizzard's sole discretion and are final and binding once communicated to the player receiving the deduction. You know what this means, right? They've gone against their own terms of service.
Oh boy.
It's just getting better. They can't follow their own goddamn rules.
Nice.
And perhaps for others it's disrespectful to even discuss it. That's not our intention. But playing fair also includes appropriate pre- and post-match conduct. Okay, I understand this, especially when a player accepts recognition for winning in a broadcast. When we think about the suspension, 6 months for Blitzchung is more appropriate. Oh, so not a year? I still believe that that's a bit overkill. I still 100% believe that that's still overkill for it all. After which time he can compete in Hearthstone Pro Circuit again, if he so chooses. I believe he's not going to choose to do so. What about you guys? What do you think?
I think he's probably going to choose a different esport.
Yeah, probably.
Would you go back to what was your favorite esports after they freaking dick you over?
I mean,
No.
you could come back with a passion and then just take the tournament. Which
There
would
is a-
be pretty funny in Blizzard's face.
There is a consequence for taking the conversation away from the purpose of the events and disrupting or derailing the broadcast. Okay, again, can I discuss the fact that 3 Americans did pretty much the exact same thing, but also said hashtag boycott Blizzard in another one of your official esports streams, and you did nothing? Why? Please tell me. Blizzard?
Apparently they're no longer banning the casters, they're now suspending them as well.
With regard to the casters, remember their purpose is to keep the event focused on the tournament. That didn't happen here. No, they freaking pussied out and just duck underneath their desk because they didn't want to be involved. But what did you do, Blizzard? You got them involved because you're retarded.
Yes.
Moving forward, we continue to apply tournament rules to ensure our official... You've already broken this, unfortunately. Broadcasts remain focused on the games and not a platform for our diverse or social political views. Again, I want to make a statement again. It's like this is a multiple time I've said this, but we all remember those Americans that made that political view on an official stream, right? Blizzard, you failed your promise immediately. You dumbasses. You fucking retards. You would have picked this up a lot sooner if you paid attention to your goddamn community, you bloody idiots. I rest my case here.
I still find it funny though. Isn't the job